Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. In this video we'll be learning how to make a shirt gown, and these are what I'll be needing for it: my fabric, my matching thread, my chalk, my scissors, and of course my ruler. So let's get started to the business. So guys, in the video, as you can see, I folded it into 4 parts. That area you see me pointing is closed, and that will be for the back, while this very one will be for the front. And I've gone ahead to fold 2 inches. The 2 inches which I folded there will be for the buttonhole and the buttons. Yes, so in all I folded it into 4 parts. Can you see it? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I folded it into 4 parts. So I will move ahead now to impute my measurement, but before I do that, I have mark where my measurement will start from. Although I've already marked it, but let me highlight it so you can see it clearly. The next thing I will do is to mark the waist. So from the shoulder to the waist, it's 16 inches. Yes, from the shoulder to her waist is 16 inches. So I'm going to mark 16 inches. That's what you see me doing there. I'm going to mark 16 inches. After I was done doing that, I went ahead to connect the lines which I marked. Guys, while I was connecting the lines, I was thinking the chalk I was using wasn't really showing, so I had to go off camera to look for another chalk, which I got. I probably used the both of them. So as you can see in the video, I've gone ahead to mark the hip. So from the shoulder to the waistline, which is 16 inches, then to the hip is 24 inches. For the full length which I'll be needing for this gown, it's 57 inches. So I will use the entire length of the fabric. Yes, I'm going to use the entire length of the fabric. So the next thing which I will do now is to mark the shoulder. So for the shoulder, it's 15 inches, and 15 divided by 2, it's 7.5. So I'm going to mark 7.5. And remember, please, this is a cut together sleeve. It's a cut together sleeve. So the sleeve which I'll be working with, it's 8 inches, although it will have a turn up. So I'll attach the turn up itself separately. So I marked 8 inches there, and for the neck width is 3 inches. Can you see me doing so? So I marked 3 inches for the depth, sorry, for the neck width. So while for the depth it's 1 inch, that's for the back. So the back depth is 1 inch, and I connected. Remember, we are marking the back and front together, please. So for the front, I came down with 3 inches. So the front depth is 3 inches, while the back depth is 1 inches. So you can see me connecting the front now. So that line is for the back and that is for the front. So the next thing I'll do is to mark 1 inch for the shoulder slope. So after marking it, I'm going to connect it to the shoulder, sorry, the neck width. So after I was done doing that, the next thing which I went ahead to mark was the round sleeve. So the round sleeve which I'll be working with is 11 inches, although here I marked at 12 inches at first, but I later reduced it to 11 inches after I found out that the 12 inches was too much, like the wideness was too much. So I later reduced it to 11 inches and I connected it. So for the bust measurement, which I'll be working with here is 36 inches, and 36 inches divided by 4 is going to give us 9 inches. So I marked 9 inches and I added 2 inches for seam and ease allowance. As you can see me doing so, I've added my 2 inches. So I'll connect. And for the waistline, her waist is 31 inches. So 31 inches divided by 4 inches will give us, sorry, 31 divided by 4 will give us 7.5 that is 7.75. So I marked 7.75 here and I added 2 inches for the seam and ease allowance, like I said. So I came to the hip line. The hip line I was working with here is 42 inches. 42 divided by 4 is going to give us 10.5. That's 10.5. So I marked out 10.5 and I added 2 inches allowance to it again. So that's 10.5 plus 2 inches allowance. In all, it gave us what? 12.5. Can you see that? It gave us 12.5. So I'm going to take it down to the down part of it. I'm going to mark 12.5 at the down part. After I was done marking 12.5 at that down part area, I went ahead to connect the lines. Can you see that? 12.5. So guys, as you can see in the video, I've gone ahead to connect the lines. Yeah, and for that sharp area, I'm just going to take my chalk now and slant it. Yeah, I'm not going to leave it that way. So I'll just slant it a bit. So yeah guys, can you see the effect it's giving? So I'll just go ahead to cut it out. So yeah guys, I've gone ahead to cut it out. Our gown is really coming up. So the next thing which I will do is to go to the down parts and mark out the slits. This gown is going to have 2 slits by the 2 sides. So from the down part to where the slit is going to stop, I will just input the measurement there. At first, I marked out 22 inches, but I later reduced it to 17 inches. And after marking it, I notch. So I'll just use my scissors now to notch it so that when I'm sewing it, I'll stop at that area. Like when I'm sewing the 2 sides of it, I'll stop at that area where I notched. Like I said, I later reduced it to 17 inches because I found out that 22 inches was too much for it. So now I will remove the back. Let me remove my pin. So I'll remove the back. We are through with the back. Can you see that? So I'm going to keep that aside and work on the front. So for the front, remember we came down by 3 inches. So I'm going to cut out the 3 inches there, as you can see me doing so. I'll just trim it off. Yeah. So guys, the next thing I will do is to go to my iron and hem that bottom part. I'll fold it this way and hem it. So here is it. I'm done hemming it and the 2 sides. That's the 2 parts of the front. I even went ahead to stitch it. Can you see that? I've gone ahead to stitch it. So what I will do now is to bring the back, place it right side facing the right side. So that is the back. I'm going to place the front sides, the 2 parts of the front. Can you see what I'm doing? That's how I'm going to place it, and I'll sew the shoulder part of it. I'll go to my machine now and sew the shoulder. Can you see that? So that's what I will do. So guys, I've sewed the shoulder. I even went ahead to sew the sides. Yeah, this video was really taking long, so I had to make it snappy. So I went ahead to sew the 2 sides of the gown. Can you see that? Yeah, I didn't forget to stop at where I notched the slit. That's where the slit is going to stop. I've also gone ahead to sew one part of the sleeve. Can you see that? Remember I told you it's going to have a turn-up sleeve. So I've gone ahead to sew one part of the sleeve. Can you see how neat it's looking? Can you see that? So for the second part of the sleeve, just please listen and watch carefully on my demonstration. Yes. So I've cut out the desired lengths needed for the the turn up sleeve, like I said. And for the width, I cut out 5 inches. Can you see that? It's 5 inches. So when it's unfold, it's going to be 2.5. So I'm going to use the 1/2 inch to join to the main bodies of the dress. So as you can see in the video, I've gone ahead to iron it and I'll also stitch it so as to make the stitching easier. So I folded it into 2 and I notched the middle area. Can you see that? So please watch on my demonstration. So I'm going to take it right side facing the wrong side of the bodies and I will just pin. I'll just pin each round and then go to my machine and do what? And stitch it. So guys, can you see it? So what I'll do next is to turn it to the right side of the bodies. I don't know if you are getting it. So I'm going to turn it to the right side of the bodies and I'll bring it, that is the 2 edges together to merge it. Can you see it? So I'm going to join it together this way and go to my machine and do what? And sew it. Guys, I don't know if you are getting my demonstration. So I'll just go to my machine now and sew it. I'm going to trim off that excesses there. So finally, guys, our second sleeve is ready. Can you see that? Can you see how neat it's looking? So mind you, I'm not going to stitch it down. Like, I'm not going to stitch it down. I'm just going to tack it. I'm going to tack it at the shoulder there. So the next thing I will do is for me to go over to my neckline and measure it. So can you see that? I'll just measure each round to know what it's going to give me. And after measuring it, it gave me 16 inches. So I'll be working with 16 inches. Yeah, I'll be working with 16 inches for the neck. So in this case, I'll have to bring my paper gum, or is it paper stay, whichever one. I call it paper gum. So I'm going to put the bodies aside and bring my paper gum to impute the measurements. So I cut out more than desired length here. I just decided to cut out more than desired length here. So I'll still trim it off anyways. So I folded it into two and used my pin to secure it. So the neck I'll be working with is 16 inches, and 16 divided by 2 is going to give us 8. So I marked out 8 here. Can you see that? So from the down part, I came up with 1 inch. Yes, I'm going to be working with 1 inch. I don't want the bishop collar to be that bold, so I'll work with 1 inch. So I went up with 1 inch. I'm going to mark 1 inch all through until it gets to that 8 inches there. So after I was done, I used my ruler to connect the lines. So at this point, guys, my pen wasn't showing, so I had to use my marker to highlight it. Can you see it? Like I said, guys, we are working with 16 inches. So 16 inches divided by 2 is going to give us what? 8 inches. And that was what I marked there. I marked 8 inches. So I divided the 8 inches by 2 and it gave me 4 inches. I also marked it there. So from that 8 inches, I'm going to come up by half an inch. Can you see what I'm doing? I came up with half an inch. So I'll use my French curve to connect it to that 4 inches there. Can you see it? I'll connect it there. So after I was done doing that, from that 8 inches there, I'm going to come up by 1 inch. Like I said, we'll be working with 1 inch. So I'm going to come up by 1 inch and I'll mark 1 inch all through. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm going to mark 1 inch all through. And when I'm done doing that, I'm going to use my French curve to connect the lines there. Can you see what I'm doing? So I'm connecting the line. So after I was done doing that, I went ahead to curve it. Can you see the effect it's giving us? So now I'll use my scissors to trim it out. So I'll just go ahead and cut out the fabric which I'll be needing for the collar. So can you see that? I've cut it out. So I cut out 2 of it, the right side facing the right side. So what I will do is look for the shining part of the paper gum. Can you see that? I'm going to go to my iron and gum it there. So can you see, guys? I've went ahead to gum it and I've also went ahead to sew the upper parts there. So at the down parts, I left half an inch for the joining of the bodies. So I'm going to trim the upper part off there. As you can see me doing so, I'm trimming the upper part of it. So this is it, guys. So the next thing I'll do now is to go to my iron to iron one part of the allowance. That's the half an inch that I left there. Can you see what I'm doing? So I'm going to iron it following that demonstration which I'm doing in the video there. At this point, guys, our collar is set. So what I will do now is to bring the bodies and I will attach it. But first of all, use my pin to secure it. I will pin it round and then go over to my machine and stitch it. Can you see it? So finally, guys, our gown is ready. Can you see that? Can you see how our collar is looking? So I went ahead to hem the down part of this gown. I also went ahead to hem the slit too. Can you see that? I've hemmed the down parts and I've also hemmed the slit. So guys, that will be end of this tutorial, and if you find this tutorial helpful, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel, and please hit the notification button below so as to be notified each time I upload any new video.